Hello, welcome to Assembly for today. I'm recording this on Sunday. It's really warm, and tomorrow, or today for you guys, the forecast is for even warmer. So we're going to think about some things that we can do to keep cool or to keep safe in the heat. I am doing one of them right now. Wonder if you think what it is. Have a look around me in the rest of the room. That's right, I'm indoors. Actually, staying indoors in the heat is a really good thing because the sun can be a little bit dangerous if you're out in it for too long. The other one, another one, I'm going to give you a bit of a hint. Really, really lovely. I'm hydrating. I'm drinking water because when we are hot, we sweat more, which means that the body loses some of its water. And as a result, it can make us feel poorly. So you need to keep drinking a little bit more. Now, other things that are really, really good to do in the heat or when it's very, very bright sun is to wear a sun hat to stop the sun from being on your face and on your head, and to wear suntan lotion. So it's really important that that suntan lotion is put on by a grown-up before you come into school. Okay, so keep yourself cool in the heat, stay in the shade, and then we can enjoy the rest of the day. Now, it's sports day today, so I thought I would share with you the story of a very famous sports person. Okay, so this is Pele. And Pele was a very, very famous footballer. Oh, am I going to get into that one full size? Okie dokie. Right, we're going to have to manage this one with the size that it is. So I'm going to have to peer and squint at my screen, move a little bit closer. Little Edson Arantes de Nascimento grew up playing football on the streets of Bauru in Brazil. Football would stick with him forever, just like the nickname he was given by his school friends, Pele. He couldn't get a proper ball, so he made one for himself out of a sack stuffed with newspapers and tightened it with string. It wasn't exactly round, but it was everything Pele needed to be happy. So let's think about our global goal, our reduced inequalities. You guys are really lucky. You've got balls to play with. You can play football or basketball. But Pele grew up on the streets in Brazil and he made his own football. So he got a sock stuffed with newspapers, tightened it with string. Okay, now I know that Mrs. Webb has seen this when she's been out to Kenya, and I think that Mrs. Crawford might have seen it as well. So maybe ask one of those two teachers, or me when you see me, or Mr. Babington or Mrs. Bode Monroe, who've also been, about what the children in Najuro used to play football, because there's a similarity there. One day he came home and found his father in tears. Brazil's national football team had just lost the World Cup final. To comfort him, Pele made a promise. One day he would win that championship for his father. Pele made it from the streets to the amateur leagues, where he controlled the ball like no other. He performed spectacular tricks with both feet and scored goals with different parts of his body, even with his bum. That's quite impressive. A football coach convinced his mother to let him quit his job in a shoe factory and move to the city of Santos, where one of the biggest clubs in Brazil was looking for new talent. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And when the club managers saw this 15-year-old boy dancing samba with a ball, they couldn't believe their eyes. Still, Pele would need to keep practicing if he wanted to make the top team. He was ready to work hard. That is really, really important, the amount of hard work that he has put in. In his debut match, Pele scored his first official goal, and soon he was the season's top scorer, but he stayed humble. With his first paycheck in hand, he didn't buy a fancy car. He bought his parents a new house. He was only 16 when he was selected for the national team to play the World Cup in Sweden. Fans all over the world celebrated his goals, and the young striker played his Jogo Bonito, a phrase that means beautiful game. Wow, imagine being 16. So that's the age that you guys would be at when you take your GCSEs. And he's playing for the national team. That's incredible. Brazil won the World Cup for the first time ever, And not just his father, but the whole country cried with joy. Pele was named footballers' O-Rey, or the king, and all the best teams in Europe wanted him. Pele won 2 more World Cups for his country and all possible titles for Santos. When he scored his 1,000th goal, even the rival players ran to hug him. Bells of churches all over Brazil sounded in his name. And isn't it great that people from the other team can come together with him to celebrate because they recognise what a big deal it was? His work didn't stop in the football field. He travelled the world showing how the game could unite people. He also played for the New York Cosmos under one condition: the club would open training camps for children in need. Pele was a worldwide legend and received all possible honours, from athlete of the century to Sir. After 20 years of playing and travelling, he'd done more to promote togetherness than any other footballer. And little Edison became not just Pele, the best football player who's ever lived, but a person that every girl or boy wants to be. Someone who is just as happy to unite people as he is to score a winning goal. That's really, really important. It's about bringing everybody together and knowing that when we play together, we become a team. And even if you're on the opposite team, you are still playing together. You are still having a good time together. You're not sat on your own. So Pele's message was absolutely massive. It was about coming together, not falling out, and getting on with everybody. So Pele was a kind of living embodiment of that global goal: peace and justice and strong institutions, because he's talking about peace with people coming together to play football, justice because when it's played properly, football is a fair match, and strong institutions. The institution itself is football as an organisation, as something that brings people together. So a pretty amazing sports person. Now, one of you might be the next Pele. You might be the next Mo Farah. You might be the next Jess Ennis-Hill, or any one of those other people who has performed at such a high level. You might not, but you might just go out and love the activity that you do. You might think that this is cool. You might not be world class. I'm not world class. I'm not a world class cyclist, but I still love going out and getting on my bike. You don't have to be brilliant at it to enjoy it. Sports Day is all about enjoying it. So have a lovely rest of the day. Stay cool in the heat. Drink plenty. Wear your sun hat and sun cream. And whatever you do, try your hardest at it. Have a lovely day.